there is a threefold emphasis. What is that? Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. Shravana means listening faithfully and attentively to the words of the teacher. Don't think that it is words only scripturally recorded words. Whatever he says will be an instruction. He will observe you in close quarters, your behavior. He will also try to understand your inner invisible character. Keeping all the observation in mind, he will start giving you various forms of instruction. By such instructions, your personality gets reformed, refined, reformed. It becomes more and more attuned to, and you become ready to have realization of the goal of life, the truth about the supreme reality, the truth about the supreme self, denoted by the term I. So this is the Shravana part of it. And whatever you hear, when you hear, it is a point of information and knowledge. But after you hear, for which the Guru becomes necessary, he becomes the source, you start thinking about it in your own manner, remembering, reflecting upon, consistently, introspecting over whatever you have heard. When you start doing so, and several hours pass in this process of reflection, rumination and introspection, you will find all the points that you are introspecting upon become natural and inseparable for you. You heard them as words of the Guru. Now they are your own minds, your own intelligences, your own hearts. They become a wealth, a treasure, a source of inspiration, strength, a treasure which you begin to cherish. When this part is sufficiently had, it is called Manana, something to be done independently by yourself, by your mind. In Shravana, the teacher stands on that side and you stand here. It is a kind of an interactional process when the Guru speaks and you hear. Here, the speaking is already done and you remember what he spoke, and that memory you try to transform into a process and pursuit of your own mind, your own life. When the Manana part also is sufficiently done, then the last part, Nididhyasana, is the one remaining now. In Manana, you remember what you have heard. You think about it. If necessary, questioning it, trying to understand it in greater detail and depth. But in Nididhyasana, no such effort is there. There is no doubt, there is no question, there is no specific quest also. All of them are over. In Nididhyasana, it is a process of actualizing what you have heard and what you have stabilized and confirmed by your Manana. The result of Shravana and Manana leads you to Nididhyasana. What is that? You sit in a place, maybe in your own room, closing the doors. Spread an asana, sit there, interlock your fingers, close your eyes, and then what? You are trying to reach the very source of the thought process. the very source of the mental process, the very source of the intellectual process. Such an attempt is never made either in Manana or in Shravana. You remain active, otherwise you are interacting in the world. Till then it is an actional pursuit, an active pursuit, an interactive pursuit. Now there is no action nor interaction. The effort should be to plunge into the mind process and find out where thought comes from, emerges from, where does it prevail, and where does it dissolve. I don't know whether you are with me. Every time a thought arises, it is born. So there is a source for it to have been born. And after birth it remains for a while, so as it prevails. Where does it prevail? The child is born from the mother's womb. After getting born, it is resting on the earth. So where is the thought prevailing? Is the source different from where it prevails? Then after a while you find the thought dissolves. If the thought dissolves, where does it dissolve? Where is the terminus? So in Nididhyasana, you don't pick up any variety. No. There is no distraction. No. It's all a beautiful indrawn effort, whereby you try to find out the very source of the thinking process, where it reigns and where it is dissolved. Thoughts are born. They are very soon becoming non-existent. Where do they become non-existent? Something that exists, if it disappears, it must disappear into somewhere, something. So, what are these three? From where is the thought born? Where does it reign? And where does it dissolve? These are the only three concerns in Nididhyasana. It means a process of refinement the thought process undergoes in you. A running man reduces his speed. He starts running slower, reduces his speed further and further. Then the running is stopped and he starts walking, but with a little speed. That speed also is reduced still further. It becomes slower, very feeble, and ultimately it stops. In the same way, the thought process also will cease, will stop. When the thought process stops, don't be blinded to say, my thoughts stopped. What do you mean by stopped? No. The thought process has led you to its own very source. That source you must be able to understand. As you are thinking, you are aware of the thoughtfulness. So, when the thought ceases, you must be aware of the cessation. Aware of what? Aware of thoughts ceasing means what? You are taken to the source from where the thoughts emerge. It is the source of the entire creation. We experience the creation in our mind. Everything is in the form of a mental imprint or image. When I see a tree, the tree doesn't come to me, nor do I go to the tree. With the help of the eyes in the presence of light, the mind takes an imprint of the tree. Where? In itself. What is that imprint? It is about the tree, of the tree, but the imprint itself is mental. It is mind's imprint in itself. Mind's imprint in itself. So the mind is capable of taking an imprint of a tree, of mustard, of arecanut, gooseberry, of mango, of a jackfruit, a mountain, the vast seas, and the still vaster sky or space. Tell me, what is the measure and potential of the mind? The same mind takes pictures and imprints of the mustard and the mountain and the endless expanse of the sky. So is the mind small or big? How big? And what? It is your mind. Where is it? Within your body. So the so-called mind is not a mini measure. It is a majestic measure. It is an amazing magnitude. You have to understand this. It is mind to speak about, to begin with. But when you realize its depth, magnificence, majesty, and profundity, the same mind becomes greater than the visible creation. Do you think it is a small measure of understanding? Is it a trifling realization? Or do you have words to describe its measure and worth? Now this is what we do. So from Shravana it goes to Manana. From Manana you go to Nididhyasana, and in Nididhyasana you will find the entire inner processes dissolve and you reach the source. I think that will mark a great transition. Your mortality will dissolve and you will feel and realize that you are immortal. Body may have been born, but the I in me was never born. Nor does it change, nor will it die. In the mortal body, what makes the mortal body alive and active is the immortal spirit. And that spirit, I am, I am, I am, I am. The amness in me is immortal, unborn, undying. What do you think of this realization? At least try to imagine it. This is what Krishna imparted to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra as a redress for all the trouble and torment he had. To resolve his grief, doubt, ignorance, fear and delusion, all of them simply dissolved by the illumining, enlightening words of Krishna. Every word was revealing to him the magic of what we call I within the body. This is actually spirituality, spiritual realization, and the great gift it means to human life. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru.